Sussex desires to come back to England. Is the king willing to forgive his treacherous son and self-absorbed wife and welcome them back, in spite of their past actions? Hello, with all the regal splendor, we warmly welcome you to the Princess Diana News channel. Now, let's get to the video. Dealing with regret can prove challenging, wouldn't you agree? Currently, Prince Harry appears to be experiencing a significant amount of this emotion. And it's not hard to see why. Ever since their relocation to California, a series of disappointments have plagued him and Meghan relentlessly. Harry's aspirations for global leadership have become a subject of universal ridicule. Is it possible that the rumor about Harry and Meghan attempting to find a way back to England is true? Based on a report by Life and Style Weekly, a well-known American tabloid magazine, it appears that Harry and Meghan firmly believe they have the freedom to return to their home whenever they desire. Okay, there is an article titled Harry and Meghan's Grand Comeback. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are prepared to return to England and reconcile, almost 4 years after their departure. I understand, I expressed a similar viewpoint to yours. What sort of nonsensical absurdity is this? However, let us examine the article collectively and ascertain the true nature of this situation. The article commences by referring to a Halloween photograph of a family which, although mistakenly linked to Meghan and Harry and their children, is not actually them. According to reports, a recently shared photo captured a heartwarming moment between Harry and his son Archie. In the picture, the 4-year-old can be seen dressed as a skeleton, sweetly holding hands with his father while both carry orange jack-o'-lantern buckets. In the meantime, Meghan strolled around Montecito, California, with 2-year-old Lilibet, who sported a voluminous pink outfit on her lap. I am uncertain about the relevance of including the photo in this article, considering it has already been confirmed that the individuals depicted are not associated with the topic being discussed. However, let's find out what other information they have to share. According to the information provided, it suggests that the Sussexes might celebrate Halloween in England next year. According to a source, Harry and Meghan are reportedly considering a return to London after their departure from the UK in 2020 and relinquishing their roles as senior working royals. The source specifies that the couple is currently facing significant challenges, which is remarkable given their previous experiences. They are finding California unsatisfactory and their financial circumstances are becoming increasingly desperate. I greatly appreciate Life and Style for providing such evident information. Certainly, California is not meeting their expectations. I am referring to the presence of their outcast in that place. Their neighbors have no interest in associating with them. The highly popular individuals believe that they would form friendships with them, but now they are completely disinterested in associating with them. They are being mocked by others. They are being mocked in the shows. Moreover, they do not possess fulfilling careers. Currently, there is a lack of interest from any company to collaborate with them. And, without a doubt, I firmly believe that their financial condition has worsened significantly. It is evident that the way they excessively spend money without considering their financial situation has led them to deplete their funds. As per this source, their desperation has reached critical levels. Harry has been attempting to negotiate a covert agreement to reside and cooperate once more with the royal family. Charles has kindly accepted the proposal. He and Meghan expressed their gratefulness. What is the subject matter of this source? I hold a strong disbelief towards this statement. If they were not even included in the guest list for the king's birthday celebration, is it reasonable to believe that they will be permitted to return and resume their roles as working members of the royal family? It is likely that the king would permit only Harry to reunite with the family. Sure, ultimately, it is his offspring. However, I do not believe it is wise to allow both Meghan to return or let either of them resume their roles as working royals. Underneath a picture of Harry, the caption acknowledges that the situation had its positive aspects. In his 2022 Netflix documentary series, Harry acknowledged his longing for the peculiar family gatherings that unite us all in one place. I long for the United Kingdom. I long for the presence of my dear companions." Certainly, while Harry undoubtedly longs for those things, it is important to recognize that regaining them is beyond his reach. After the extent to which he ruined his old life, it is only right that he does not deserve to reclaim it. Furthermore, I remain skeptical that he truly desires to reclaim his previous life. I have no doubt that he has some level of understanding. However, I do not think Meghan supports such behavior, and my belief is that she still has influence over him. Living in Montecito is undeniably expensive, however, the financial burden cannot be attributed to the royal family. Meghan and Harry's decision to leave and their inability to sustain themselves are the causes of their predicament. As far as I'm concerned, that is their concern. They must find a solution. According to this source, it is clear that Harry and Meghan need to reduce their expenses as they have accumulated a debt of approximately $28 million. Additionally, their income appears to be stagnant, which further emphasizes the necessity for them to make financial cutbacks. It has been quite an unpleasant surprise. There is a debt amounting to $28 million. I had difficulties settling a significant debt of $28 million, a portion of which was incurred on my credit card exceeding thousands. What is the issue with those two individuals? How could they display such irresponsibility? Additionally, why is the royal family being blamed for their predicament? It is important to note that it is not the responsibility of the royal family to rectify their situation. Therefore, it is clear that Harry and Meghan have expressed their desire to go back to Britain based on the information provided by this source. According to the source, despite Harry and Meghan's efforts to build a life in America, they have been unable to achieve success, and their financial difficulties have had a direct impact on their relationship. Based on recent observations, it is evident that their financial difficulties are undeniably impacting their marriage. Meghan and Harry lack the ability to support each other during difficult times. No, there is an increasing likelihood that they will begin to have conflicts, leading to noticeable tension whenever we see them together in public. He appears to be extremely unhappy. Meghan seems to be making every effort to control him tightly and ensuring his loyalty. However, the fact that they have been unsuccessful in America does not grant them any entitlement to come back to Britain. However, it seems that Meghan is not overly enthused about residing with the royals once more. According to the source, she believes they will continue to reside in Los Angeles for 8 months of the year, while renting a spacious apartment in Kensington Palace for the remainder. It should be noted that the couple lived in a humble cottage within the palace grounds beforehand. According to her, she is of the opinion that it has the potential to assist them in reconciling their relationship. You know Meghan, she deserves only the finest. What could possibly be her motivation for wanting to reside in L.A.? I fail to comprehend the logic behind having to experience this for merely 8 months each year. They aren't working in L.A., as though it were so. And where will they reside? Will they choose to remain in that lavish McMansion resembling an Olive Garden in Montecito? Or will they opt for a more affordable dwelling? It is also intriguing that the article has thus far barely touched upon the topic of the unseen children. What strategies will they employ to adjust to their new environment abroad? Furthermore, what benefits does living in L bring? Is it possible for children to reside in Britain for 4 months while attending school for the remaining 8 months out of the year? The subsequent paragraph will shed light on this matter. According to the source, King Charles's deepest desire has been to be reunited with his family, including his grandchildren, as he holds great affection for Harry. I am inclined to think that Charles desires Harry's return. He would need to express his regret and make efforts to rectify all his actions. However, I am of the opinion that the king maintains a profound affection for his son and desires to witness a positive transformation in his life. However, it seems implausible for him to love his grandchildren considering the fact that he has never had the opportunity to meet them. Based on information from this source, it appears that the king is indeed accepting Meghan and Harry's return plan. However, the source states that his approval is subject to certain conditions. Specifically, Meghan and Harry are required to refrain from making negative comments about the royal family in the future. It is absolutely necessary. If they were to be expelled from the family once again, it would be a complete humiliation. End quote. While I appreciate their recognition that Meghan and Harry were not solely responsible for their departure from the family, it is bewildering why they would allow them to return only to exile them once again. This perplexing decision was made by King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Princess Catherine, and their team of advisors. Additionally, Princess and is also included. They possess intelligence. They will never place their trust in the betrayers ever again. They will always ensure that they maintain a distance to avoid being expelled once again. According to this source, the most ridiculous claim made in the article is that Meghan and Harry may be able to resume their royal duties as early as December, as stated in the quote. Seriously, I'm truly wondering about the identity of this source. It is highly likely that Meghan and Harry themselves are behind it, but to be honest, this seems quite outrageous, even by their standards. King Charles, being aware of the importance of preserving the monarchy, understands that reinstating their royal responsibilities would lead to a backlash from his loyal followers. They would not back a monarchy that hires Meghan and Harry. The article further acknowledges that Prince William and Princess Catherine might not be particularly supportive of this notion. According to the source, Prince William and Princess Catherine have reservations about Harry and Meghan's decision to move back. Clearly, they are not in favor of this proposition. They have no desire to have a pair of disloyal betrayers among them. This idea seems favorable to only a handful of individuals, perhaps only 2 or 4. Meghan and Harry themselves are the 2 individuals, and the additional 4 individuals would be Doria and Marcus Anderson, should they be included. According to the source, William and Catherine's primary concern revolves around the prospect of living near Meghan and Harry. Therefore, despite their differences, they would still reside in close proximity to the Sussexes in London. The close proximity of Meghan and Kate as neighbors may pose potential issues. End quote. Indeed, it would pose a considerable issue. In essence, Meghan often attempted to discreetly enter certain areas of their house, continuously taking pictures of their children while they slept. If I were Catherine, I would feel extremely fearful of having Meghan as my neighbor. However, the source emphasizes that in the end, William truly desires to reconcile with Harry, stating, William is determined to mend his bond with his brother. The notion is that they will need to leave their previous experiences behind and begin anew. Alright, everyone, it looks like we need to stay vigilant. In the near future, it is highly likely that news headlines will announce the return of Meghan and Harry as active members of the royal family. In an astute move, the organizers plan to engage seals as part of Meghan and Harry's welcome committee, allowing Meghan to serenade them while they respond in song. Furthermore, there will be majestic unicorns gracefully soaring in the sky, emitting radiant rainbows from their rear ends. Sure, I highly doubt I will be eagerly anticipating that update. That's it for the video. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share with those interested. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. Thanks for joining us, have a great day, and stay tuned for upcoming videos.